Introduction. Stranger in the Mirror. Be who you are and say what you feel. Dr. Seuss's eponymous Cat in the Hat. Be true to yourself. Everyone from Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres, Beyonce and Michelle Obama to Steph Curry, Donald Trump and every student body president. Who am I? Lonely questions mock me. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Knowing who you are and being true to yourself have never been more important than in the 21st century West. They are seen as signs of good mental health and well-being and the keys to authentic living and true happiness. The topic of personal identity is of unprecedented interest. The terms personal identity and identity formation were barely in use before 1960. They now appear frequently in a wide range of disciplines and literature. Whereas once the advice to be yourself was rarely heard, now it is commonplace. Of course, to be yourself, you have to know who you are. Most people today believe that there is only one place to look to find yourself, and that is inward. Personal identity is a do-it-yourself project. All forms of external authority are to be rejected, and everyone's quest for self-expression should be celebrated. This strategy of identity formation, sometimes labelled expressive individualism, is the view that you are who you feel yourself to be on the inside and that acting in accordance with this identity constitutes living authentically. Yet ironically, knowing who you are has also never been more difficult. Scores of people today feel anxious and uncertain about their identities. A myriad of factors weighs against having a stable and satisfying sense of self. Living our lives in the separate compartments of home, work and leisure can produce superficial relationships. Multiple careers and relationship breakdowns can lead to confusion over some of the most basic answers to the question of who we are. Questions over gender and sexuality have sprung up like never before, and defining ourselves via social media is fraught with dangers and can even lead to projecting an inauthentic self. Ours is a day of identity angst. Perhaps the most disturbing aspect of our cultural moment is that the current approach to finding yourself doesn't appear to be working very well, either for individuals or for society as a whole. Many people in our day, including me, find questions about identity to be confusing and confronting. Anxiety, depression, narcissism, anger and resentment are all on the rise, and happiness by any measure is actually in decline. In this book, I do three things. First, in Part 1, I investigate the issues surrounding questions about identity formation in our day. What is driving the move to look primarily inward to find yourself? How novel is this approach? What are the benefits of looking inward? Does it lead to the good life? Are there other directions in which to look? Second, in Parts 2 and 3, I consider some of the other places we look to form our identities, to the people around us and to the societal narratives we inhabit. Also, I look at these and ask, what are the benefits? Are there any downsides? Do they offer us what we are longing for? Do they lead to the good life? And third, woven throughout the whole book and culminating in Part 4, I present and commend an alternative way of developing personal identity, one that has been followed by millions of people for thousands of years. It's the one promoted by the Bible. Is this way now hopelessly obsolete? Is it a viable alternative to today's dominant identity formation strategy? Does it lead to the good life? A book on personal identity is, by definition, deeply personal, both for the author and the listener. As it turns out, my own experience of a painful identity crisis some 20-odd years ago caused me to think again about my own identity and led me to dig deep into the subject. I'll share my story throughout the book.